You know why? You
Why?
know why, Joe? You know what they've started to do? I think it's the most dangerous thing in the world. But
What?
you know what they've started to do? Aljamain Sterling was one of the first to tell me, but he doesn't cut all of his weight. So with us, we would go on Thursday night, if I weighed 216 and I had to be 205 by Friday morning, I would get as low as I possibly could and then try to go to bed. So if I'd get to 207, I would hope that by the morning I'd be 206. I'd only have to lose a pound in the morning. So I'm dehydrated for 12, 13, 14 hours. Those guys today are going to bed at that weight, Joe, 10, 11 over, and waking up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and cutting the weight. Because they said if they cut all that weight, they don't sleep, which I can attest to. It don't matter how much melatonin you take. It doesn't matter what you do. You're going to wake up because you're so hungry. You're so dehydrated. You're not going to get a good night's sleep. They're going to bed heavier, getting up in the morning, sucking all that weight off, and they're dehydrated for only like 4 hours. I think it's dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
Because you have to cut 10 pounds in 4 hours. If you don't, you're screwed.
Oh, you think it's dangerous career-wise?
I think it's dangerous because you could not make the weight.
Right.
Because you're not giving yourself any room for if anything goes sideways.
Right.
Because the worst possible feeling is when you go through your entire routine and you expect to lose 8, but you might lose 6 or 5.5. And then you're like, now I got to work out.
What's the cause of that? Like, what's the variabilities?
I don't know. Cold room.
Did you ever work with a doctor?
No, I just
with weight cutting.
So what I would do is I wrestled, right, my whole life. So what I would do is I would do these test cuts because I was very afraid because at the Olympics my kidneys shut down. I didn't get to wrestle my second Olympic Games. I was scared. So I would 2 weeks before the fight or 3 weeks before the fight when I first started to go to 205, I would go on a Saturday and I would just cut some weight. I'd get to 210, 211. I'd lose 9 pounds. Okay, I know if I do this for an hour, I'll lose 9 pounds. The next weekend, do it again, lose 9 pounds. I know. So then it became a thing where I knew in the right circumstances, with the right temperature in the room, I could lose 9 pounds. As long as it wasn't 65 degrees, I was fine. Anything over 70, as most gyms are, I was getting 9 off. So I had this routine. I would get up, get my body water loaded. I would go into the sauna with just my stuff, put all my sweet sweat on, get sweating after like 5 minutes, sweat till 10, then start putting all my clothes on in the sauna. So I would have my socks, my shoes, my sweats, my t-shirt, my hat, my plastics. I would put them all on in the same way every time. Plastic pants, sweatpants, socks, shoes, long sleeve t-shirt under the plastics because I didn't like it against my body, plastic top, sweat top, hat, gloves, and everything just tucked in. And then I would go right out of there because that would take me to like 15 minutes in the sauna. I would walk straight to the treadmill, Joe. Then I'm on the treadmill. I run a mile, but only at 5 because now my heart's doing this because it's hot from the sauna. It's like, then I'm trapping all this heat in. I'd run for a mile, 12 minutes. Now I'm at 27 minutes. Then I walk. I walk for 20 minutes on 2. If my heart rate slowed, I would put a little bit in incline, go to 3. Walk for 20 minutes. Now I'm at 47 minutes. I get off of the treadmill, go straight to the ground where they wrap me for 13 minutes. And in those 13 minutes, I'm hurting, Joe. I'm hurting. I'm laying there. I mean, people are like rubbing me. They're like talking to me, trying to comfort me. But every time I took all that shit off, pool of water, 9.5, 10 pounds. And I could tell based on my sweats. So I'd wear gray sweats, these gray Oklahoma State sweats. And if it came up to my calf, mid-calf, I knew I got the weight that I wanted. I don't know how. I don't know how that sweat would come up outside the sweats. But if it came up to my sweats on my leg and then up to my mid-forearm on my arms, I knew I'd lose the weight that I needed to lose.
Wow.
So the whole time I was like, and yeah, it just kind of starts right here, and then as you're working, it just keeps creeping up your body.
And then once you made it, what was the rehydration process?
Well, the best was before USADA when you could take IV.
Right.
That was the best.
Why was that better?
Joe, it beats your stomach. Like, the problem with rehydrating is it would mess with your stomach. Everything you drank would make your stomach hurt. Everything you ate would make your stomach hurt. So even if you made weight at 4, you're not really eating a good meal till 6 because you got to get through like the cramps, you got to get through the diarrhea, you got to get through all this stuff that you did. So the IV was the best because while you're doing the IV, it's going directly into the blood. All that fluid is going right. It's passing this, just going into your body. So while you're doing that, you start to feel better. And I mean, the IV bag, Joe, was like, it was like a straight line. It wasn't the drip. You know how it looks like it drips?
Right.
My body would just suck that water out of that bag. Her body was like sucking that water out of that bag. It was a straight line down.
How many bags would you take?
2. 16 pounds of IV.
Wow.
And then they took it away from me. So then we had to start doing it another way.
And the reason why is because you could use it to mask performance-enhancing drugs?
Yes,
is that it?
that's what they say. That's what they say.
Why don't they allow it from places that have... Maybe there's a way to do a test before you do an IV.
Yeah.
You know? Because like it seems stupid to
That
cut
to
off
stop the
IV.
IV. The IV works.
Yeah, why don't you... What if they had like a thing where you had to say, hey, I'm planning on taking an IV... Will you guys come and test me before I take the IV?
Yep.
Then
They
come
could
and
do
test
that.
them. That should be easy.
That should be easy.
And then you could get your IV.
Well, they're getting tested anyways.
Yeah,
They're getting
exactly.
tested constantly. So
And this new organization, what is it? Drug-free sport? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I actually don't even know which one it is.
There's a new organization, but Dana White is very highly of them.
Yeah.
I just wish they would allow guys to use things like 157.
The peptides, like
Yeah,
that.
they're
One of
just-
my buddies is really big on peptides. He said it's helping him. He said it's helping him a lot. I've never tried them, but
It can help you heal. And
Yeah.
when guys are constantly injured, dealing with pulled this and yanked
if
that.
it could help my back, I need something to help
Yeah.
my back is just messed up, man. The whole
After the surgeries?
the life in wrestling, the surgery after the Derek Lewis fight. You told me, you said, dude, you got to do this, and I never got. I went and got a regular back surgery, and I shouldn't have did. I should have went and did something a little different.